Hi everybody, it's Kate from Katie Did. My good friend Agate Angler says the river is down up by Billings, so I came running down here to Forsyth to see what it looked like here. I'm at the east side fishing access and I'm going to just kind of wander along and see what has happened to the river so far. So many beautiful rocks. Everything is so lush and overgrown compared to the last time I was here. It's so beautiful. And it smells, the flowers are blooming and it just smells fabulous. We need to get some smell-o-vision here, you two. Wow, it really looks like a whole bunch of this bank has been worn away. This trail didn't used to be right on the river. Interesting, I didn't realize it had been up that high. This is amazing. I've been over this trail probably 20 times and I feel like this is brand new. Like I've never been here before because everything is so different. This is where we used to get down onto the beach. It was a nice kind of calm slope and now it's not. Just fascinating. Where did all the rocks go? Lots of sand. Let's keep exploring. Nice of this tree to make us a nice bridge. Boy, that's a big tree. The water must have been pretty high. Here we have some raccoon tracks, that's fun. And then one dog track right in the middle. I wonder who that came from. Woohoo, I found some rocks. Not very many, and not very big. Wow, look at this. It's like a canyon in miniature. Oh, when there's a giant dog. This is actually kind of difficult going because the water is still in the sand, kind of suspending it and making it not quite quicksand, but certainly not easy to hike on. I think I answered the question about what happened to all the rocks though. This layer here was just freshly laid down. You can see the moisture in the sand there. If we had an earthquake, it would liquefy. See? Cool. Anyway, the rocks are all underneath there, so maybe this will wash away again? I just don't know. I think we're going to try heading down there and see if there's anything that we can spot. I can see some rocks over in the distance. I'm going to have to go through this underbrush, but at least it smells really nice. made it. This is usually a very, very deep and kind of shallow beach, and there's just a tiny bit of it left. But you know what? I really missed the river. I really missed the rocks. And I'm happy to be here, even if it's just a tiny little beach. Crazy? Probably. It's a nice little piece of common opal. I like the common opal because it has these blues and purples in it. I have some that I just slabbed, and I'm trying to see if I can make them polished and show it off a little better than they are right now. So we'll see. I don't know if the water has been violent enough here to turn all this stuff over. Basically every spring the water comes up, it ruffles things around, goes down again, and leaves us lots of new treasures. But as I say, this is a pretty small area, and I don't know how much of it has actually been tossed around, so we'll just have to look and see. Meanwhile, I'm happy to be back at the river. There it is, my very first agate of the new river season, and it's a lovely little water line. I like that a lot. Here's a gorgeous little piece of jasper. All that would require is just a little tuck into the tumbler for a while, and it's an instant pendant. Pretty colors. Hey. Since I am in a very small area, and I haven't done this for a while, I thought I'd sit down and take some close-up pictures, see what I could find that's small and beautiful. The first thing that I'm going to grab is this little piece of jasper, jasper, that has some pink in it. That'll look lovely in the tumbler. Hello, Kava. The other thing that caught my eye when I sat down here is this little thing. It's a very odd, pieces of chert on either side, and I think this must be host rock in the middle. These are often formed inside other rocks, so that must be what that is. I really like the shape of it. It's just kind of fun. It's a dumbbell. And we have here, I think this is porphyry. And I don't know how hard this stuff is. I think it feels like it's less hard than, say, the jasper and agate for sure, but I don't know for sure. I'll have to look it up. Moving over just a little bit, here's a teeny tiny little piece of chalcedony, and next to it is a really pretty piece of jasper. I don't often stop to look at the small things, but I really should, because there's some really nice things to be found right under your feet. Even though it is a bit muddy and it smells like fish. This is a cool rock, but that would be pretty tumbled. It's a quartz and something else mix, and black and white. I'll clean these up and show them to you at the end. So stay tuned. Oh, there's a piece of petrified wood. Looking for all the world like driftwood. Oh, hello, Kava. Kava does not think I should be sitting down here in the mud. Here's a cool rock. Some more porphyry, I think. And Thirstbass was teasing me because I picked up something like this, and I have been calling the black porphyry, which is basalt with tiny little feldspar flecks, devilstone. And so he was teasing me that I was starting to pick up the devilstone, but this is not devilstone. This is something entirely cooler. The devilstone, I call that because it mimics agate in its shape, and it's very hard to tell the difference when it's under the silt, and it makes me very mad. But this is really pretty. I just spotted this super pretty jasper sitting in the water, and it's very smooth on one side, which is cool. sparkler. It's a sweet little thing of petrified wood. And I'm not sure what this is. It's got some red on it, some white. Yeah. This is not quite an agate, it's not clear enough. I probably won't take it home. But I did see some pretty jasper. Woo! Look at the color on that. This looks interesting. Now let's wash that off. It's petrified wood, but it looks like it has some kind of banding or something in it. Whoa, look at that. It's a little hard to focus on because of that darkness, but that is super cool. Get that cleaned off when we get home, and then, oh, look at that, it goes all the way around. So that was split and then it filled with some kind of a silica. That is cool. Look at this stuff you find if you just slow down and look at the little things. I found this in the water and I didn't film it because I needed both hands for balance. But this is really, really pretty jasper. I love the ones that have multiple colors. And now that I have a grinding wheel that will help me make cool cabs, I'm hoping that I can use some of this jasper to its best advantage. Look at those dendrites. This is a tiny agate as Montana agates go. Tiny but beautiful. Just a tiny, pretty little agate found in the water. I spotted this beautiful piece of jasper, and then right next to it this kind of odd looking lumpy bumpy thing. So I'm going to wash it off, see what we've got here. Well, it's an odd looking lumpy bumpy thing. Huh. I'll take that home and put it in the vinegar, see if we can clean off some of that stuff and see what that actually is. I'm guessing it's like a conglomerate of quartzite globules, but you just never know. More jasper. Pink is not my favorite, but this has very, very beautiful colors, and I happen to know that there are lots of people who love pink. I almost overlooked this because it's so dark, but I see that it has dendrites in it, and I actually think it's a pretty nice agate. It's not super clear the way some of them are, but it is definitely chalcedony and it definitely has dendrites. It'd be worth cutting open to see what it looks like. It's a really pretty little piece of petrified wood that was lying in the water. It's almost like a burl. See the swirls in it? Gorgeous. I know I'm picking up a lot of jasper today, but this one just, I washed it off and I just went, ooh, so I thought maybe I'd show it to you and maybe you would say the same thing. I don't know what those ridges are, that's kind of cool. Nice little lump of chalcedony. I don't see any dendrites in it, so we can't call it an agate. But I like it anyway. Teeny little agate with a teeny little inclusion. Wow. This is what I call quasper, which is my word for quartz and jasper mixed together. But you seldom see it so very, like with such clear lines. And it has this beautiful bluish tone to it. So I almost think it's opal and jasper, but somebody needs to educate me, I guess, about the difference between quartz and opal. It's going to be fun to come back here once the river is down and see how much of this is still here. Here's Kava stalking a white-tailed deer. What do you suppose she'd do if she caught it? Oh, the deer has spotted Kava. There they go! Those whitetails are so pretty. Flag tails just waving in the breeze. Well, it'll probably be several weeks or maybe even more than a month before the river is actually ready to hunt. But it sure made me feel good to be there. I hope you're feeling well too. This is Kate from Katie Did. Keep on doing.